say that everybody knows William Ruto. And I don't think that if you ask anybody there whether they care about this State of the Nation address, whether they care, they tell you they don't care. In fact, many Kenyans can tell you what he can write. In fact, I've actually generated his speech, which you won't allow me to read to you, but I can generate his speech, what he's going to say. But let me focus on this because I'm a presidential hopeful for 2027. Let me explain how you should approach this State of the Nation, and then what we expect the president to say if he's an honest person. You know, if you don't have objective reality of the situation, if you cannot assess the objective reality of the situation, you can't turn it around. Fred, just like when you are sick, you wish that your blood sugar is low, but it is high. The doctor tells you it is that, then they start managing it. Because if the instrument testing your blood sugar doesn't give the right measurement, how will you be helped? In a medical model, we talk about proper diagnostic to know what is the state of the patient. Kenya is a patient. So is it in general ward? Is it in ICU? Maybe some areas we are in general ward. Maybe some areas we are in ICU. So you start looking for, is the heart okay? Is the kidney fine? But here we have somebody who does not even care about the patient, just cares about himself. So I can tell you, the president is going to talk about himself, the state of William Ruto, not the state of the nation. The state of the people around him, but not the state of the nation. In fact, if you look at, I've looked at the last State of the Nation address. I read it last evening before I came, because when you invited me, I said, what did he say last time? It was about him. I. Fred, a leader should remove the I, me, myself, and put the people there. If you look at Ruto's last State of the Address of the Nation, for every one page, the word I, me, I, myself, every page, you can look at it. There are more than 20. I, me, myself, and my I. You see that? Where are Kenyans? The State of the Nation is not about Fred Ogola. It's not about Fred Indimuli. It's not about William Ruto. It's the State of the Nation. Are people able to access healthcare? Last time he said that if you hear anybody telling to pay for healthcare, call the police, isn't it? How many policemen have arrested people asking for healthcare? I can tell you it's a joke, so let's put that aside. We come to the issue of Singapore you asked, that he's talking about. If you want to go to Singapore, first of all, arrest all the corrupt people in your government, because that's what Singapore did. If you don't want to go to Singapore, don't mention it. You cannot go to first world with this level of corruption. You cannot go to first world with this level of incompetence. Singapore brought their best and brightest to work in government. Is the president having the best and brightest in his government? Go to Minister of Health, Aden Duale. How much qualified is he to run healthcare? I don't want to talk about these people. I'm saying in general, how are to? Well, wanaona kama they can take Kenya to first world. You know, if you want to fly to New York, you have to get a pilot who at least who knows how to fly a Boeing. But if you get somebody who knows how to drive a wheelbarrow, you cannot fly with a wheelbarrow to New York. You cannot fly with a wheelbarrow to Singapore. So again, what I'm trying to say here is that in our evolved model, which is my economic blueprint, we believe that the fundamental African problem, forget about Kenya, is that we are being led by a middle elite who are consumption-driven, not production-driven.
Right.
Singapore cannot be produced by consumption-driven economy. We need to go to production-driven economy. Okay. And lastly, to correct him, infrastructure is not necessarily important on its own. The most important thing Kenya wants is jobs. Everybody should be given a chance to create jobs.
Okay.
To the extent that this infrastructure is giving money in the pockets of the elite, but not creating jobs for the young people, we shall continue having upheavals, and the State of the Nation must address youth unemployment.
Thank you, Prof. Time for us to take a short break. This is our special coverage of the State of the Nation Address 2025. We do anticipate that the President will make this address before a joint sitting of Parliament this afternoon, and he will be addressing the nation, not just parliamentarians. Let's take a short break. We'll be back to continue with